I'm in it for the long haul. I'm very excited to see what will be.
People here are friendly, and when they speak with you, they are polite.
Something has happened. Part of that is a result of Alan Kurdi.
We have strong settlement organizations in Surrey because refugees have settled here.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hey guys, welcome to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge in the South Fraser and Fraser Valley area. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. Thanks for joining us. The theme of this week's episode is Welcome to Canada, home to many immigrants who hope to call themselves citizens very soon.
And to start off the show today, we highlighted an individual who opens up her home to a Syrian family.
But I don't know, like I kind of have to check with my husband because these kind of wooden doors, do you want to put it in there or do you hang it when we get to know the family, I think, because if the kid is, if they have a 6-year-old or whatever. I'm not a church person. I was more just stirred by speaking with various other community members, and it just was serendipity that this place became available. The tenant that I had for many years gave her notice, and hubby looked at me and said, yeah. All right.
So how many floors do we have here?
Well, this is, you've come in on the ground floor, and it's like 13 stairs up to the living, or I guess the sleeping area. The bedrooms are upstairs.
And how many bedrooms do we have?
3 bedrooms. And the laundry room, washer, dryer. The bathroom's up here. And this is the master bedroom.
Why you offered up this property for Syrian refugee family?
Well, I offered because I can. You know, I can contribute, and of course we know the media of late and the Syrian crisis and various other crises, and I just knew that I could help, and I did. You would say I was moved, but I just felt I was there. Here I go. I just wanted to offer it to the world because I can, and I should.
Everybody here is a volunteer.
They are. Yeah, my parents have been here too. I wanted to say my dad is 88, and he was here painting inside all those cupboards.
I'm actually donating another way. I'm actually selling some artwork and donating 25% of that to the family that comes in. So,
this is the pantry, and your wife painted the pantry, and we're starting to stock it with stuff that we think is appropriate for a Syrian family. Amy and her daughter went out buying spices. I haven't even looked or smelled them. Other people are in charge, and we're planning on writing it in Arabic and English.
Ladner's a really tight-knit community, which actually reminds me of the community I grew up in Montreal. So my dad's a refugee, or was, and from Hungary, and so he was settled into Canada, and we all grew up as white Canadians, but we're actually Hungarian, right? And my whole street when I grew up was, there was 80 houses, and they were all from different parts of the world, so it was it's a no-brainer to help out any way I can here.
Safe.
I don't know if you know, but I teach English, so that's one of my things where I can help. The other challenge is that they'll face how to make the dishwasher go. So I'm learning my best because I haven't been here for 7 years, right? And I'm doing major renos on that thing. We do have government packages coming of furnishings. We're just kind of prettying up right now. I'm in it for the long haul. We know it's a 1-year commitment, and I'm feeling that when most likely these people become friends, and we've helped them, we as a community in Ladner have helped them become Canadianized and welcomed. That's my hope, and I believe I'm very excited to see what will be. Have you looked in these cupboards yet?
Oh, have you seen
This was all donated. This was that Women Helping Women, Dean.
Nice.
Every single thing here. And this is only half of it. The other half has gone to Century.
You'll be able to serve a big part in this one family
Yes.
coming here and being able to adapt, help them adapt,
Yep.
and adopt a Canadian lifestyle.
You said it.
We're learning more about people who are settling into Canada.
We'll be right back here on Fraser Focus in a moment. I'm going to be meeting up with a family right here in Surrey.
My techie support for life, right?
All right. These boys just came from Syria.
How was your trip?
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, providing a fresh perspective from beyond the bridge, local faces and local places.
As citizens of the country, we open our arms up all the time to people from all over the world. Most recently, there's been a large influx of Syrians in our community.
Many people say, are you sure that somebody's actually gonna pay my rent and buy my food and do all these things for a year? They don't even know me. And it's hard to understand sometimes when you come from places where it's difficult for people to even put, bread on the table, that somebody else would put bread on your table for a whole year. But that's that's who Canadians are. Very generous, very helpful.
You were happy at home until 2012?
2011. At that point, everything changed, and our situation becomes different. Yeah, and there was no peace in Syria, and for that reason we fled from Syria to Lebanon, and we stayed in Lebanon for 1 year, and then we came here.
When I was in Syria, there's the simplest thing to support your studying is the light. There wasn't electricity to do it, so we used to get small lights, works on battery, so that we can continue studying. I like at least the programming doesn't expire.
People here are mostly friendly, and when they speak with you, they are very polite people. I didn't see this even in our country.
They weren't as polite?
That is the reason for the war.
King George all the way over to Vancouver. So okay. Credit card goes in here, we go, perfect.
Perfect.
And there we go, and now we grab our tickets.
You can take the tickets.
There we go, let's do that. So were you restricted to go anywhere in Syria when you were in Syria? Were you allowed to go wherever you want?
I was prevented to travel from Syria for 10 years ago because my father activity for defense for freedom and the human rights.
Getting them out of there was very important for me. Like I used to feel really bad after talking to them that someone got hit or someone was killed.
They came only with one luggage, each one of them. Even they don't have enough clothes for the whole year, right? Yeah, but gradually it can, they can build themselves. And he started to work. She's looking for a job now.
Oh, yeah. You got a job?
Yeah. For 2 months, I'm working.
Okay, good. You?
I'm in school.
Try to take lectures in university, go to university in the morning, and try to go for part-time work after my university. It's all things not able in my country.
But you're able here.
That's right.
Now we can hear sirens outside. Yeah. You can hear the fire trucks outside.
Yes.
So in Syria, do you have fire?
No, not have bombing in Syria.
Bombing in Syria, but you don't have these guys over here.
This is good. This is the music.
The number of refugees that we're now assisting here in BC is unprecedented. It hasn't been this high since the Vietnamese boat crisis in 1979, where half the Mennonite churches in Canada supported refugees. And so we're coming close to that level again, where it's unprecedented in the response of churches, and so we're running hard and fast, trying to keep up with the need.
Let's make real Arabic coffee without Nescafe.
This one is not good.
We're having a women's group, Arabic-speaking partnership program with Options. It's going to be a support group called Empowering Women, and it's just a way to relax, have tea, chat. They're going to have workshops.
It is wonderful that we can welcome families, whatever numbers we're talking about, 10,000, 25,000. We have to remember that the majority of the millions are not coming.
These boys just came from Syria.
Nice.
First time on a SkyTrain for these guys.
Hi. How was your trip? Good.
And thank you, Canada. Thank you all.
Friends now?
Oh.
Friends?
Yeah.
They were such a nice family, Dean, and they had another family member join them at the airport just the other day as well.
Well, it keeps in with the theme of this week's episode, which is Welcome to Canada. More to come right here on Fraser Focus.
Imagine settling in a country where you don't know the language, you don't know the custom. Everything is completely different.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. This week's theme is Welcome to Canada.
In regards to the large number of Syrian refugees that have arrived here over the last few months, local businesses and communities are gathering to provide ongoing support.
Financial donations such as cash and checks can be mailed or dropped off here at Ladner United Church. Post-dated checks are very welcome. Reverend Jim likes to say, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Actually, across the province, there are 100 United Churches planning to welcome Syrian refugees and work with other people. And here, 3 weeks ago, we had a meeting with our church council, and I said we should do something, and they agreed, and I put something on Facebook just saying, hey, we're going to do something. And over the course of the weekend, I had 2 offers of housing, and I thought, I can't turn this down. I called up some friends of mine that had been talking to me about it, and I got a couple people from the church council, and we formed Delta Safe Haven.
Imagine settling in a country where you don't know the language, you don't know the custom, and everything is completely different. So we're here to support them in that way, but we can't do it without you.
Something has happened, and we're, part of that is a result of the tragedy of Alan Kurdi, that young boy who died back in September, who had a Canadian connection. That has really lit the fuse, I think, of interest, and people watching the news over and over, day after day, are saying, I want to get involved, I want to do something, I want to do something tangible.
Thank you.
How's the response been when you've been talking to people out there, maybe in the coffee shops, maybe to family and relatives, about the Syrian refugees that are coming to British Columbia?
Most people that I've met and talked to are very receptive and very welcoming to Syrian refugees. We already have some in our school and they've settled in quite well.
It was really shocking to me that after the horrific terrorist attacks in Paris, we braced ourselves for some negative pushback.
It was pretty bad. Frightened, puzzled, not having any understanding of what's happening. I come from Russia, so how can I feel?
People are concerned by some of the things they're hearing around the world, but on the other hand, many people have contacted my office to ask how they can help.
Now, the Christian communities and the Muslim communities that we've talked to are doing a lot for the Syrian refugees, but you've also got faiths like the Sikh faith.
I think that this is an incredible opportunity for faith communities that sometimes remain separated from each other, to come together, to pool all of our good hearts, irregardless of what we believe, and put it all towards the common good.
So Khalsa Schools is offering up to 1,000 spots for our Syrian refugees, our fellow Canadians to be. We want to provide a place for the kids to feel comfortable, and a place to become Canadian.
Khalsa School is an educational institute with the basis that every child deserves the best education possible, so every child can afford an excellent education. We do both academic as well as religious education here at our school. So the goal is to ensure that we get a well-rounded child at the end of it.
Local citizens, make sure there's a global message up on whatever you are drawing. I need to see that.
How do you all feel about the Syrian refugee students that are going to be coming in here?
I feel really happy because we'll be knowing people from different places, and we'll be able to learn their language, and we'll be able to teach them our language.
And what about what you see on the news? Like, how do you feel about the situation that you see them on the news and now they're going to be here? What do you think?
I feel kind of like bad for them at times because it's just that they've gone through so many hardships and stuff, but it's an honor for them to come here and us to just help them out.
And BC6 is a place where Syrian refugees are going to feel like they're at home. They're going to get a place, they're going to get adopted, we're going to adopt families. We're not only going to adopt families, we're going to help them learn English. And once they learn English and get a good education, they will become good Canadian citizens.
So this is not just a short-term plan, you're thinking long-term here.
We are willing to offer these spots and these scholarships at Khalsa Schools, all 5 of our campuses, to these students on a long-term basis as long as the spots are needed.
Well, it's a point of pride to live in a country that is so open to people from other nations.
We'll be right back here with our theme, Welcome to Canada, on Fraser Focus in a moment.
What did you used to do in your country?
Was count.
Account.
Yeah, accountant. 28 years.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge in the South Fraser and Fraser Valley area. This week's theme is Welcome to Canada. We're talking about the challenges of resettlement.
We have strong settlement organizations in Surrey because refugees have settled here, and we're trying to build that strength.
Options is social service agencies helping these people help themselves, right? But for immigrant services specifically is for the settlement services, how help them immigrant newcomers to settle. I guess the language is the biggest one, that when you come to a new country and you don't speak the language, and that when you need to communicate to settle, easily. And not just that, cultural barriers, language barriers, and everything that you have to learn again.
Okay. So, Fatim did her assessment test, and my client, she's illiterate. She never attended school back home.
Okay.
So, her level is pre-literacy.
Do you want to play?
Play?
Yeah.
Refugees are having more challenges because they went through quite a traumatic experience,
right.
And that affects how they settle too, right?
كتير صعبة، كانت حالتها كتير صعبة. She lost her father while her stay in Lebanon. She didn't see him for 3 years, and then he passed away. She missed her mother. She lost a son who was 7 years old, and that's why.
No, that's no good. So many of these. May I give you a hug?
That's optic.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. But the good thing He's gonna have a better home.
You know, when good that we have at our agency these workshops, it's really helping our client a lot. So it's like modifying and even preparing them to become independent as well. Plus, they are learning from it. They are learning new steps. So it's like stairs. So it's like the first beginning of their life, and then they're taking step by step to reach.
They rebuild their lives, and many Syrian refugees are coming from urban environments where they've had access to, you know, good homes and jobs, and I think our city will benefit.
What did you used to do in your country? What was your job in your country?
Was accountant.
Accountant.
About 28 years.
And here?
No.
No.
Yeah. What about you? What work did you do?
TV.
TV.
Yes.
Oh, director. Oh,
Yes.
look at you. So
I work in in TV Iraq 30 years.
30 years.
Oh, so this is my boss.
there you go. You can be trying.
Here you go.
You can. There you go.
You ready? Okay.
Now, hello.
This is, you know, TV boss from Iraq.
Yeah.
What station was it? Station?
Iraq TV.
Iraq TV, yes.
Iraq TV.
Now in Canada
now
TV.
Joy TV. Well, that about wraps it up. We could probably go on for weeks with stories like this, welcoming our friends to Canada, but we're out of time.
Join us next week here on Fraser Focus as we bring you more stories from the Fraser region, local places and local faces.
If you guys have a story to tell, please connect with us via our Facebook page, website. You can email us or even give us a call. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. We'll see you next time.